Welcome back, guys. Let's take a quick look at Jetfire's bot intel report, and we'll go over his new Spotlight mission as well as updated rewards for both the Spotlight and Alliance missions. So yeah, things are looking pretty good. I wonder what Kabam is up to, but we're not gonna let him off the hook yet. We still want some content. So let's start off first with the bot intel report for Jetfire. So his overall design looks really nice. So whoever made or designed Jetfire, big props to you guys. So about Jetfire, he's gonna be a class tech Autobot. A scientist first and foremost, Jetfire was famous for his many exploits in outer space alongside his partner Starscream. With the galaxy now engulfed in war, Jetfire soon found Starscream had turned away from the pursuit of truth and joined the Decepticon ranks. Reluctantly taking up arms against his old friend, Jetfire eventually sided with the Autobots in their quest to protect all sentient life. Alright, let's see his 3-star, 4-star, 5-star stats. Those 5-star stats, man, they look really nice. Basic abilities will be Parry Shield, Shock, Ranged Buff, and Shielding. So Parry Shield and Shielding are gonna be new, I think. And I already went over Jetfire's overall kit. He seems decent, and I'll go over it in a little bit. I don't know if I would choose him though over certain other characters. We'll have to play with him first to see just how good he is. But anyways, let's continue. Parry Shield. Well-timed blocks against light and ranged heavy attacks activate the Parry Shield, reflecting those attacks at 80 to 100% of their original damage. Well-timed blocks against basic melee hits also activate the Parry Shield, granting plus 50% block proficiency. And each time the Parry Shield activates, Jetfire gains 1 energy charge. Energy charges each increase Jetfire's power rate by 5% for a max of 10, so max of 50% increased power rate. So not bad. Not bad for the power rate, but the thing I do have an issue with, guys, is in this game, I don't know if there is a need for parry. I guess sometimes it would be nice, because I've seen the way it works in Contest of Champions. It stuns the opponent. Here, I don't see the point of it, since we're able to sidestep and evade range attacks and even melee attacks. I think the only thing I would use, if I do plan on using Jetfire, I would use the Parry Shield just to reflect like light and ranged heavy attacks. It doesn't look like you'll take damage since it's going to be reflected. The ones you will take damage from though are the basic melee hits. It has that 50% block proficiency, so it'll be a lot of reduced damage, but like I said, you'll still be taking some damage, and at the higher difficulties, I don't know if it's worth it, especially like in Alliance missions or, you know, going up against like the master difficulty in the Spotlight. I don't know if you're going to want to block those basic melee hits, and even then, you know, you got to time it just right. If you're going to go for it, I don't know, you could mess up, take a bunch of damage, eat a full combo, things like that. So I don't know. We'll see though. We'll definitely check them out though. It might be super easy to time those light and ranged heavy attacks. I know with Mixmaster, blocking the basic melee hits, sometimes it's pretty easy. Other times I do end up eating a wombo combo, but yeah, we'll play around with him once he gets released. His heavy attacks have a 100% chance to consume 1 energy charge to inflict shock on the opponent, dealing 70 to 90% of attack over 4 seconds. His special attacks, if Jetfire has no energy charges when activating a special attack, he gains 1 energy charge. His signature ability, Damage Control. Blocking. So while Jetfire is under 75% health, his repair system is online. While the repair system is online, holding block for 1 second consumes an energy charge to purify a burn debuff and repair 2 to 6% of health over 1 second. The major question here, and thankfully Synthwave asked it on the forums really early and Mike responded, was, okay, what happens if you don't have a burn on you? Can you just hold down block and repair? And the answer is yes. So yeah, that's actually really cool. So you don't need to have a burn or any debuff on you guys. You can just hold down block and it'll consume an energy charge and you'll heal, which is really nice. So not too bad. Granted, though, at the low signature, it's only going to be 2% of health, so I don't know exactly how worth it it'll be, but I mean, you're going to be stacking. I'm sure you'll be stacking some of those energy charges a lot, so if you have 10, you can just hold down block, consume it all, and get 20% HP back, or depending on the signature level, but it's a pretty good sig. I think anything that heals, I always think it's really good. Special attacks, special 1, full power to weapons. Jetfire converts all energy charges into ranged bonus, each increasing range damage by 10 to 20% and projectile speed by 10% for 20 seconds. And if Jetfire converts 5 or more energy charges, the attack will also has a 100% chance to inflict power lock, stopping the opponent's flow of power for 8 seconds. So that's pretty neat. The range damage and projectile speed kind of reminds me of certain characters like Starscream, and I think RC also gets like a ranged bonus buff. So similar to that, and then if you have 5 or more, you can do power lock. And special 2, reinforce shields, converts all energy charges into shield buffs, each reducing incoming damage by 7 to 8% for 20 seconds. If he converts 5 or more energy charges, this attack has a 100% chance to inflict repair block, preventing the opponent from repairing for 15 seconds. So got another repair block ability, so that's really nice. I don't know if I would go for a special 2 though, maybe against characters that are about to heal, like Revenge of the Fallen Megatron or Waspinator, but I don't think it'd be worth it to convert all of your energy charges into shield buffs, since, I mean, you don't really want to get hit that often, so probably shouldn't use the special 2 too much. Special 3, Fire at Will. Jetfire consumes all energy charges to inflict shock. For each energy charge consumed this way, dealing 35 to 45% of attack as energy damage over 4 seconds, and at the end of the attack, he also gains 3 energy charges. So special 3 is just going to be pure straight up shock damage, depending on how many energy charges you have, so not too bad. Synergy bonuses, mutual with kickback, Megatron, and Ramjet. 2 to 5% attack rating, mutual allies with sideswipe and wheeljack, 2 to 5% armor. Outgoing brain gain with Shockwave, and this might make Shockwave like extremely good, depending on how many of you guys really like Shockwave. I do. I don't have him as a 5-star yet. I got him as a 4-star, but I don't play with him too much, but I think he's really good. Shockwave repairs 2 to 6% health over 2 seconds each time he gains 6 or more energy charges. I think that's huge, man. Like, you just eat up. Yeah, so the way Shockwave works is if you just hold down block, you basically block 3 energy range attacks, which I think the majority of characters have. You block 3 of them, you take no damage, you gain 3 charges, and then you just use a special 1. That's basically 6 charges, and there you go, you heal up. So yeah, it sounds pretty good there. I'll have to test it out with Shockwave. I think it's gonna be really good though. Very big benefit for him. Ingoing, I don't know why they said ingoing. I think incoming. Brain gain with Shockwave, 25% increase to attack against demo bots. And Shockwave only benefits, okay, same thing. Mutual Shield Masters. This is another little trio, I mean, that would probably fit really well with him. Well-timed blocks against melee attacks have a plus 10% block proficiency and drains power equal to 2 to 5% of the opponent's max power. So that could be really good. A really good use for Mixmaster and Dinobot. So yeah, we'll definitely be trying that one out. Got my 5-star Mixmaster. I think I'm missing Dinobot, but we might get him back in the 4-star crystals this week. Incoming old friends with Starscream. Activating the Parry Shield against basic melee attacks grants a 10 to 30% chance to stun the opponent for 2 seconds. So there's that Parry stun synergy with Starscream. It's only 10 to 30%, so it's not really that high. And outgoing, this one I think would make Starscream really good. So while dashing back, he has a 100% chance to evade ranged attacks. When this occurs, Starscream gains a 10 to 30% crit damage buff for 6 seconds. Interesting. That's going to be really interesting. I don't know. Is it only when he dashes back? Like, is it going to be like 100% chance to evade range attacks only during the dash back, or like for a few seconds afterwards? I don't know. we'll have to see that synergy, but it sounds good on paper. It sounds good here in writing, so we'll check it out. Strong matchup against Megatron Revenge of the Fallen. With the repair block, Ironhide, reflecting range attacks, and purifying burns, the Master Demolitions will find his skills entirely countered by this giant Jetfire. So it doesn't say anything about ranged specials. We'll definitely try it out, see if we can reflect those back, but I don't know about those. Weak against Cheetor, primary attacks while blocking any chance the big flyer has to repair, and against Tantrum, the Frenzy will allow him to get rid of the annoying shock debuff. So alright, Strange Refractor and Tech Console would be good with Jetfire, so not bad. Overall, he looks decent. I mean, we definitely need to play with him first, of course, before we make any final calls and decisions, and pair him up with some of the characters that he's going to really benefit from, like Mixmaster, Dinobot, Starscream, and see how he does against good old Mix Daddy. So looking forward to this guy. He looks alright overall, but we'll make that final call on Friday, guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and move over to this tab real quick. So improved rewards for Alliance missions. It says, Commanders, ahead of Alliance missions starting up again tomorrow, we wanted to inform you all of some updated rewards that you can look forward to. So they've added Tier 3 Alpha Spark Essence into top rank and milestone rewards. We've increased the Tier 4 Basic Spark Essence available in rank rewards, increased the Tier 3 Class Spark Crystal Shards in rank rewards, and extended Tier 4 Basic Spark Essence and Tier 3 Class Spark Crystal Shards into lower milestones, making them more accessible to more commanders. I think this is really, really good. Of course, I think the top alliances are definitely going to benefit from that Tier 3 Alpha Spark Essence. I feel like an idiot now buying that $100 Tier 3 Alpha Spark like a couple months ago. Now it's basically going to be free. And it'll also be free over here, guys, in the Spotlight Mission info. So, Spotlight Mission Crossfire, sorry. Let's go ahead and read into this. So it says, something huge is shaking the signal all across New Quintessa. It may be more than even a triple pack of primes can manage. Luckily, there's been someone researching and studying recent events who have been waiting to reveal themselves. Jetfire is on the case, and they're looking to bring some logic and reason to this lawless battlefield. Will the help of new and old friends be enough to turn the tide of a full-on Decepticon plot? There is more to these sinister dealings than is first apparent, and it may stem from a dark realm beyond this world. Interesting. And here's a little kicker, guys. Mini bosses. So I'm really wondering if this is going to be kind of like that Megatronus spotlight, where on chapter 3, the second mission, it was 2 Megatronus. It was the first one. I would consider that one like a mini boss, and then the main Megatronus. So I'm curious to see if it might be a little bit like this. We'll find out though tomorrow. To add a little more variety to the spotlight, we're introducing a sort of mini boss. Along every path in chapter 2 and 3, you will find one bot with a buff unique to them. Each mission will have one specific mini boss with that buff. These aren't as hard as the boss. Alright, so don't gotta worry about going up against the boss the mini boss and expecting it to be like super difficult. So I don't think it'll be as hard. I don't think they'll be as hard as like the Megatronus one. Let's see, Relics. No changes to the Relics this month. That sucks. We're not getting a new one this month, guys. Still got a chance to get your Megatron and Cheetor Relics. I wouldn't go for those, guys. Those aren't really worth it, I think. Let's see, rewards. They upped the rewards and doubled the bot chips. I think that's huge. That's really cool. So thanks, Kabam, for that. And we'll skip all the way down to the bottom, guys. We'll go down here to Master. I think this is the one that definitely matters. Completion, as you can see there, certain rewards, 4-star bot crystal shards, tier 2 alpha sparks, a whole one for completing each chapter, and some tier 3 basic spark essence. And for completing the act, you'll get 500 5-star bot crystal shards. I think that remains the same, a 4-star bot crystal, tier 3 basic sparks times 2, a tier 2 mod class spark. Yep, let me repeat that, a tier 2 mod class spark. We have yet to get mod or tier 2 mod class sparks at all, so it's really nice that they're going to be including them. They're only going to be in Master though, so it's definitely going to be a bit of a challenge, but thankfully just for completion rewards, so you don't have to actually master all of it if you haven't been able to just yet. And for mastery, let's see, so Chapter 1 gives you 2,000 Tier 3 class Spark Crystal Shards, 2 gives you 3,000, and Chapter 3 gives you 5,000, and then over, got some Tier 4 Basic Spark Essence, 2,500, 5,000, and 7,500. And Jetfire chips 10,000, 16,000, and 24,000 for a total of 50,000 Jetfire chips just from Masters. So I think that's really nice. And the Act will give you 5 Relic tickets, 1,500 5-star bot Crystal Shards, a whole Tier 3 Alpha Spark, and a Tier 3 class Spark Crystal. That Tier 3 Alpha Spark, man, they said there was only going to be 500 essence. I think that's what it was this previous month as well, and they increased it to a whole Tier 3 Alpha Spark, which is amazing. So yeah, I think this is really cool of Kabam. I don't know what this means, if they're expediting everyone ranking up their bots. I did hear some rumors of like alliance missions, Alliance War potentially coming next year. So I don't know, maybe that's why they want people to be able to rank up certain bots, that way every alliance has kind of a chance. But yeah, man, I think we'll see what happens. We still don't know anything about that Bumblebee event, if there is going to be one, or what they plan on for the movie. But I think we'll find out in like a week or two probably. But overall, Jetfire, can't wait to try him out. Looks alright. Some pretty good synergies to really benefit him. Amazing, some really good increase to the rewards, and as well as to alliance missions. So not bad, Kabam. I think a big positive, as well as that really nice calendar for this month. So we'll see what if Kabam's going to turn it around in the year 2019. But anyways, let me know your thoughts, guys, on Jetfire and the updated rewards for the Spotlight and Alliance missions. And I will see you guys tomorrow before I leave for Austin. So see you guys.